Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2021 general reading. I hope I haven't been saying March 2020. This is for March 2021. This is for the first 2 weeks of March from the 1st to the 15th. And this reading is for the earth sign of Taurus, our beloved bulls. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today, for all that you do in support of this channel. And for those of you that have continued to support this channel, not only through donations, but in comments, feedbacks, likes, shares, subscribes, reaching out for personal readings, it is all welcome and all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. So this reading is for Taurus for the first 2 weeks of March 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Taurus. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Taurus as well. Of course, it's a general reading. It's going to resonate a little differently in the specifics for everybody watching. So watch all of your signs if you know them, because they can bring in additional bits of insight and perspective into whatever's going on in your life right now. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something, you can get my contact info by clicking on the little arrow, clicking on the description link below. Maggie, the number 1, McGuire@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me directly. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can usually respond with more information within the same day. And I do readings full time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent about working with your schedule and my schedule to get those readings set up in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me if you are interested. I'd be delighted to hear from you. Okay, Taurus, let's see what the first half of March has in store for you. All right, we begin with the 5 of Cups. Somebody's regretting something. With the 9 of Cups. This can sometimes be a card, of regretting overindulgence or having gone overboard with something, or been too free or too generous with something. We have the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Acting fast, perhaps. We have the 8 of Pentacles, work, nose to the grindstone, projects, investments, with the Devil. Profound imbalance or instability, toxic energy, obsessive energy, addiction energy. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Sun. The Sun often brings light, love, warmth, laughter, fun, and easing of restrictive energies or low or depressive energies. But it also brings illumination, which is what I see kind of here as well, because there are no shadows under the light of the Sun. There are under the moon, but not the Sun. The Sun kind of illuminates and clarifies things. It looks like It looks like something has happened in your recent past, and it looks like you may have acted or made some kind of decision or something that you regret, gone overboard with something. And it might include other people or involve other people. I mean, it might be that somebody maybe did something to you. But there's an aspect of this that you feel regret over some part of it yourself. Because the 5 of Cups is a card of regret. Not all is lost, though, because even though you're focused only on what you've lost from these 3 cups, there's still 2 cups upright. So not all is lost, but there's some sense of grief or loss or regret over something. And the accompanying card is the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, over, your cups overflowing with abundance. It can be a card of being very generous. This man has so much, more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink, so much that he's having a party to share and to celebrate. So it can be a card of excess, overindulgence, or going overboard, or being too generous. Perhaps you were too generous with something and you're now regretting it, or perhaps you spent too much money. This could, for some of you, simply be a financial issue. I mean, it's a general reading, so the details and specifics are going to vary. That's not what's fundamentally important. What's fundamentally important is that there's some regret over perhaps some kind of overindulgence or over generosity. And it may be that being overly indulgent or overly generous ended up costing you more than was really practical for you to do. I mean, some of you, because we have the Devil card here too, the Devil card with the Nine of Cups kind of fundamentally represents, perhaps an addictive or obsessive cycle. For some of you, it might be addiction issues, you or someone close to you. Maybe you've been in recovery and you fell off the wagon, and you are regretting that now. What I can see, which I do, and there's illumination, everything is clear here, right? Because the sun is shining over it, so it means everything has been brought to light. And sometimes that's necessary, right? Hitting that bottom so that you can, kind of recover. Or, the devil, what this is going to mean different things to different people. It can represent classic addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, working, shopping, overspending. What it fundamentally represents is a negative cycle that we're caught up in. It's tempting. There's vices and temptations here, so we're getting something out of it. But we do it to such excess that it ends up being harmful or negative, right? But it's a difficult cycle to break. That's really what the devil represents. What the actual thing in the shovel of that obsessive behavior is going to vary in a general reading. But what I can see here is working to overcome it, working rather quickly to overcome it, and standing in your full energy again here with the Queen of Pentacles. This also might be somebody else relevant in this situation, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is somebody very supportive, capable, practical, resourceful coming in to help as well. We do have the Eight of Pentacles over the devil, which I really like seeing for the most part. Occasionally this can represent, being a workaholic. But here I kind of see it as somebody working very hard to overcome negative cycles, kind of, if you fell off the wagon, getting back on the wagon again and doing what you need to do. The Knight of Pentacles is over the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, the Knight of Wands is over the Queen of Pentacles. So this is either you kind of moving very quickly to rectify the situation or to work on reestablishing balance in this situation. It could also represent, because it can represent somebody else coming in rather quickly to help as well. There might be another person or another female or another male, coming in to help you work on rectifying the situation. For example, you could look at this spread as, say that you're in recovery and you're in a 12-step program. This could be a friend or a sponsor coming in to go, okay, it's okay. A lot of people relapse. A lot of people fall back into old behavior, again, whether it's actual addiction or not. We know what to do. Let's get back in. There's hope. The sun is still shining. Let's work on this and move forward, kind of energy. So let's, and that's fundamentally the energy of this spread. So let's clarify a few things. Let's clarify. For some of you, this may have something to do with your work or job or major projects, or your behavior has impacted that area of your life. Like maybe you fell off the wagon and didn't show up for work, or maybe you were partying or being overindulgent and you posted it on Facebook and it got back to your boss. It could be a variety of different things. It may have something to do with your work, or maybe something you did at work, or it may be something that you did that is impacting your work, career, money life. All right, let's clarify the sun. But there's regret here over, going overboard. For others of you, it might be just a financial matter. You went overboard in making some kind of financial decision that you're regretting now, but you're working hard to rectify it, and you may be having help to work to rectify that, Maybe you robbed Peter to pay Paul, and now Peter's coming back saying, where's my money? Something of that sort. Clarify the sun. The Eight of Pentacles. So here's that, work, projects, nose to the grindstone kind of card again. So yeah, for some of you, this is either about your work or it's impacted your work. Something perhaps has been revealed at work. Wow. The Lovers. Maybe a relationship is involved in this somehow. The sun twice. So illumination and clarity. The Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Cups again. Interesting. For some of you, this might be, a relationship reading. I mean, the Lover's card can represent a pretty karmic, soulmate, twin flamey kind of relationship, something with a lot of heat and passion. They can also be a kind of a turbulent relationship, but the Lovers often represent being at a crossroads within a relationship and needing to make a choice, and there's a dilemma in making a choice. The choice might be about the relationship itself, or it might be in another area of life that affects the relationship. For example, it might be that you're in a relationship with someone, the two of you, and maybe you guys did something that you now regret. Maybe you overindulged or overspent, and now you're having to kind of deal with the consequences of that. There is a lot of hope here, though, because we have the sun twice, so everything is clear, everything is illuminated. If this is something that you've done that you regret, there's definitely kind of a sense of really learning your lesson and moving forward. And I also feel like a lot of you have support in this. And the support might be coming from your partner, your best friend, your close friends, or close family as well. Let's clarify this Five of Cups and Nine of Cups. See if we can narrow this down. The Knight of Swords, kind of the mailman of the tarot. He delivers and brings information, news, communication. The Ten of Swords, betrayal, feeling stabbed in the back or thrown under the bus. The Ten of Wands, the Five of Wands, affecting your public image. So for some of you, it may be that you regret having done something that is making you be seen in a negative or bad light. It could also be, because the Five of Wands is competition, gossip, rumor mongering. It could be that you were enjoying yourself or maybe overindulging or partying or something like that. And maybe you did something that, has been made visible or people are gossiping about it. Maybe it's gotten back to your work or it's affected your reputation. Because what I'm seeing here, there's some thread here of whatever it is you regret it because part of what's happened or the consequences of it has made you be reflected in a negative light, like how you're being seen. You're being seen in a negative light. You may have been like stabbed in the back by a friend, or you were very generous. Again, it's a general reading. There's so many variables. Maybe you were overly generous with somebody and they took advantage of that. Or maybe you were partying or have a good time, or you were just too overindulgent and now there's, people are talking about it or gossiping about it or something of that sort. It might be affecting, again, your work. It might be by people there might be people involved in it who are also jealous of you. Maybe you were too forthcoming with personal information, or again, overly generous with letting people in or sharing or giving or something like that. And it's backfired. And now you feel kind of maybe exploited a bit. Interesting. Let's clarify this Knight of Wands. I keep getting a sense of help coming in, though. Clarify this Knight of Wands. Maybe it's a division within, a circle of friends, and maybe some of them turned out not to be your friends. Maybe there's been a division, and some people are proving not to be your friends and others are standing up for you or coming to your rescue. Because the Knight of Wands, in terms of being in a helpful position, is coming to the rescue of someone. And this flipped out while I was shuffling to clarify that Knight of Wands, justice. So yeah, somebody's rushing in here to to right a wrong or to stand up for someone or to bring justice or make the situation clear. You can reverse this too. This might be someone close to you or a really good friend or something, and you might be the one kind of rushing in to make something right. And again, if it's just you, you're like working to rectify something that was wrong. There's some kind of regret here. You or somebody else regrets something, and somebody is rushing in here, you or maybe somebody close to you, to rectify it. Interesting, we had the devil at the bottom of the deck while I was shuffling too. Let's continue clarifying. Knight of Wands with Justice. Interesting situation. I have a whole mishmash of stories in my head, so there's many different variables into how this is going to resonate for people. The Three of Cups. Parties, socializing, but it can also represent really good friends and positive connections in your social community or your tribe. Yeah, for some of you, this feels split. It feels like whatever the fundamentals of the situation is, again, it's going to vary. It feels like maybe you're being seen by some people in a negative light, and other people are coming in to defend you or rescue you. There might be like stand up for you. There's like division and gossip rumors and division among people, friends, or a certain circle of people. And you may have had a part to play in this as well, being too open or being too whatever. There's definitely regret here, but I do get the sense of other people coming in to catch you, to have your back, to defend you or stand up for you. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Here, for most of you, I like seeing the Eight of Pentacles over the Devil, because the Eight of Pentacles is being dedicated. It's putting a lot of time into something, a lot of work, a lot of effort into it. It can represent obsessive energy about this, but I think for a lot of you here, this is working to overcome some kind of negative cycle or, some kind of really bad imbalanced thing going on here. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Cups, soulmates, best friends. The Ace of Swords, the idea, the epiphany. Having a clear and realistic perspective of something, which gives you the opportunity to make different choices to create a healthier reality. The Nine of Wands, excuse me. Not being quite at the end, which would be the Ten of Wands, but almost at the end. Maybe feeling discouraged, but pushing through. This is kind of the dark night of the soul, the darkest before dawn kind of energy. Just push through. You're almost to the end of something. So either a romantic soulmate or a best friend, kindred spirit, might be a combination of both. I do get the sense that you have people here that are available to help you see and get new ideas and perspectives on how to get through the end of this. And again, it could be like a literal addiction cycle for some of you. Let's clarify the Devil. This is a really fascinating reading. The Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Queen of Pentacles twice, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Magician, the Manifester, the Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Yeah. Again, this could be a friend, close friends or family, partners coming in to help you start again, to rectify the situation, to get through it, and to start over again. Some of you may have to distance yourself from friends who have turned out not to be friends. The important thing here is that there has been some valuable lessons learned here. There's regret over situations, maybe regret over actions, but there is help around you and help available for you to get through this and to do the work to conquer it and to make it so it doesn't happen again. Again, if it's addictive financial, maybe a pattern of making poor financial decisions, it's about, people coming in to help you or people being there available to help you and perhaps you and a partner to end this cycle so that you can have stability moving forward so it doesn't repeat. All right, let's end with pulling one or two guidance and advice cards. What's the best way for Taurus to navigate through this situation? Definitely, whatever the situation is, it's learning about moderation moving forward. Because, I mean, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Devil, this is like going way, way, way overboard in something. The Three of Pentacles, compromise, negotiation, teamwork, collaboration, working with other people. Four of Pentacles, to keep you safe, to, I mean, this is sometimes called the miser card, because on a financial level, the Four of Pentacles represents being frugal, being economical, saving whatever you can, not making impulsive or spontaneous money decisions, so that you can have a sense of stability. It represents being very guarded and protective of what makes you feel safe, solid, stable, and reliable. It could be help working with other people, working with debt relief programs or financial advisors, or even just other people that are more financially sound and wise, giving you advice on how to dig yourself out of perhaps a financial hole and learn how to, re-budget and be more economical and practical around money moving forward. So that you don't find yourself in the same situation again. It can also represent learning how to, having other people help you, and learning how not to, and learning how to be more discerning and more moderate in what you reveal to people, or how open you and generous you are to people. And I don't mean to not be open and generous, but I mean, again, there's a sense of being moderate and learning how to be smart and wise about certain things. And again, it feels very much like there are people there available to help you during this time, Taurus, so that this doesn't repeat itself again. So Taurus, that is your reading for the first half of March. I hope that it was helpful and useful to you. Again, if you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a reading, especially if this resonated for you. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to hear from you. You can also get that information by clicking on the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Be blessed. Hope to hear back from you soon. Bye-bye.